I'm Cape Joel, and this next great comic book video has been brought to you by the good folks over at Bambox. Do you want exclusive, one-of-a-kind nerdy items delivered to your house every month? Of course you do. And with Bambox, you can get just that. What can you expect in this month's Bambox? Well, I'll show you. Do you love Batman the Animated Series? I know I sure do. You can get this awesome piece of art featuring Poison Ivy, and what could make that better? Oh, you know, maybe the fact that it's signed by the voice actress herself. Not gonna get that just anywhere. And hey, I'm sure there's some Stranger Things fans out there. I know I certainly am one too. Every Bambox comes with an awesome piece of jewelry, and this month's offering is your very own Hawkins Police badge, just like the one Hopper has. Now you can have it too, spice up a Halloween costume or just show off. That's Bambox. I'll have the link down in the description. Be sure to go there, get one for yourself, and tell them your good buddy Cape Joel sent you. And with that, let's get to the video. We're taking a closer look at Marvel 2-in-1 The Thing and Human Torch issue number 1. Whatever became of Marvel's first family? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Okay then, so this comic opens up in probably the most unexpected of places, a NASCAR game race thing. I don't know, cars. I promise it's more interesting than going left, however, because Johnny Storm is one of the drivers. He doesn't seem to be doing pretty well, however. He takes a pretty hard left and suffers a crash that could easily kill a normal person, but he's not a normal person now, is he? From there, we transition on over to a fancy gala ball for the Fantastic Four Foundation, a charity group put together to give grants to those who continue to push the envelope in exploration and space. Ben Grimm is there as the keynote speaker. He's not much for speeches after all, but after he and Johnny had something of a falling out, it's up to him now to do the more clerical work of the Fantastic Four now that they're the Unfantastic Two. Ben feels uncomfortable too, as all the rich snobs kind of look him over as some sort of party monkey. Luckily, the festivities begin to pick up as Spider-Man crashes the party. Well, actually, he was on his way anyway. He just got stopped up because Piledriver was robbing a jewelry store not too far away. He and Ben shoot the breeze for a little bit. It seems that Spidey is worried about his best friend Johnny the Human Torch and hates the fact that he and the Thing aren't speaking anymore. He also fears that Johnny might be trying to hurt himself. Ben understandably doesn't want to play nursemaid or even psychiatrist to the kid, but after Spider-Man returns the keys to a bunch of old Baxter Building tech, he decides maybe it's good to get nostalgic for a minute. It seems that before Sue, Reed, and the kids had disappeared after the events of the last Secret War, Sue had told Ben to watch after Johnny, her beloved brother, to be his rock, to be his own personal hero, if need be. The Thing isn't alone. He's quickly met by Dr. Iron Doom. These two, of course, have been having one hell of a back and forth in the pages of Brian Michael Bendis' infamous Iron Man, but you don't really need to know any of that right here. Long story short, the Thing doesn't believe Dr. Doom's current good guy act, and Victor surprisingly moves heaven and earth to try and make the Thing like him, or at the very least to try and make up for past wrongdoings. Like right now, in fact, Dr. Iron Doom returns to the Thing a hollow cube that he just kinda sorta happened to steal from the Baxter Building before all the incursions happened. This orb is for all intents and purposes Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic's last will and testament. He tells Ben that if there was ever a situation where he and the kids were all to go missing, he wouldn't want Johnny and Ben's relationship to fall apart. Quite the opposite, he would want them to keep doing what the Fantastic Four always did. Be more than superheroes, be scientists, be explorers, push the envelope, that sort of thing. Ben, with a new refound vigor, gets the Fantasticar out of storage and tries to hunt down the Human Torch, who is again seemingly in the process of trying to kill himself. And while yes, he is incredibly depressed, and yes, he still hasn't dealt with the loss of his family, he's not actually trying to hurt himself. He's trying to get his powers to work. Apparently flaming on is getting harder and harder. Aw, hey Johnny, don't feel bad. It happens to a lot of guys your age. They make pills now and everything will clear you up just like that. Okay, Viagra jokes aside, he really does fear he's losing his powers. He also doesn't want to hang out with the Thing anymore because it reminds him too much of the family he lost. So how does Ben get him on board with this new exploration journey they're going to be taking? He lies to them and says that he knows Johnny and Sue are alive somewhere out there. So yeah, that's Marvel 2-in-1 issue number 1, everybody, and overall I gotta say I was pleasantly surprised by this. Chip Zdarsky does a good job capturing the voice of the Thing, his very Rodney Dangerfield-esque self-deprecating humorous self. It's nice to see Doctor Doom play such a big part of this storyline. The flashbacks too are pretty cool and definitely makes this feel like an old-timey Fantastic Four story. This first new story arc is called The Fate of the Four, and I get the funny feeling that this was supposed to be more of an open-ended mystery, but now that we know the Fox-Disney deal has gone through and the Fantastic Four will almost certainly be coming back to the pages of comics sooner rather than later, I think it's safe to say we pretty much know how this series is gonna end. Not a bad thing though, I enjoyed it, I give it an 8 out of 10, and I'm definitely gonna be coming back later to see what happens. So that's Not Quite Fantastic Four, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a look at all these other books I have on display. Then you can follow me on Twitter at CapeJoel, so you always know what videos I got coming out next. And hey, with Christmas coming any day now, you can still get awesome deals over at Book Depository if you use my link down below to buy you or anyone else some awesome comic book trades, and anything you buy via my link goes to support me in the channel, which is always appreciated. And until next time, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.